Hey guys, what's up? I had a request to do a quick video talking about my gear and stuff, so I'll do that really fast. As I said, I have, crazy life per hit, so obviously I have it on both of my weapons. I got them each for under 1 mil in the auction house, which is a really good deal at the time. Some life per spirit spent on that. Basically, all my armor is really similar. This is a really good example of it. This is exactly what I look for. Dexterity, vitality, poison resistance, resistance to all elements, and armor if possible. Obviously I'm using one with everything and stacking poison. Gloves, same thing. I didn't get the armor though. I got some life regen, which I don't really need. Strength and intellect are just added bonuses. Belt, same thing, didn't get vitality. Pants, same thing, not as much resist. Bracer, same thing, not as much resist, got the armor. Shoulders, just lower stats, but I got all 4 of those. And then helm, same thing, I got the armor as well. I had a really awesome, not really awesome, but I had like a, good chest plate that did like strength and vitality and life percentage and some poison resistance. I actually swapped it out for a Tal Rasha plate because I really wanted the attack speed, and nothing else gives attack speed on armor, I think, or at least nothing that's non-legendary. And it also gave me same amount of armor pretty much and a lot of resistances, so I thought that'd help a lot. And then I recently got this amulet that's really, really awesome. Oh my god, I was so happy I got this. Over 400 life per hit, armor, tons of resistances, and like over 100 dexterity. It's crazy. I'm going to be using that for a long time. And then my rings are not very good. I'm working on them. I just got this one. It's attack speed, poison resistance, vitality. Or basically, I just need more attack speed, I think. So I have 2 rings with attack speed. They're not very good. I have to work on the other stats, but I just wanted to have the attack speed because 2.17 attacks per second is really awesome. It's just so nice to hit that fast. Yeah, that's my gear. So basically, yeah, I guess my stats are somewhat impressive. They're not that crazy, but the point is, if you want to survive stuff, you got to have crazy damage mitigation, which means that resists and armor have to be like your #1 priority at some point after Act 1. Really, that has to take precedence. You have to get tons of those because this is without time and need or anything, or a barb shout. Oh my god, I have like 1300 if a barb comes in the game. It's crazy, but yeah, so you have to get tons of resists. I've heard some people don't like using one with everything. They say it's a waste of a passive slot. I see where they're coming from. 2 things I would say. First of all, it makes it cheaper to gear at first because you can look for example, poison resistance and dex and vitality instead of dex, vitality, and resistance to all elements, which is so much more valuable. Because nobody else uses poison resistance except a monk that's stacking poison resistance, so it's not worth that much. The mod on the item, so it helps you gear for cheaper at first, which it helps you. That really helps you like start farming Act 1 or something. And then the second thing is you can get a lot higher resists than you can otherwise. Would it be possible to get 800 resists without using one with everything? Probably, but you'd have to have like the max, which is 80 resists all on like everything. If you weren't using a buff and you wanted 800 resists. So is it a waste of a passive slot? I really don't think it is, but you have to really put the money into it and use it well and try to double up on like every one of your items. And if you do that, then I don't think it's a waste of a passive slot at all. And that's really how I think you survive the later acts. People always, well, not always, but some people post their stats in like Act 3 and they say, oh, I've got like 1,100 resists or 1,000 resists. And that's really what I'm going for. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, and then of course I went for dexterity and vitality. Dexterity is really awesome. If you have Seize the Initiative, dexterity counts for damage, dodge, and dexterity, which is really nice. So it's nice to try to get as much of that as possible, really. And you can sacrifice a little bit of vitality for it. Don't go below like 25 or 30,000 life. But vitality is not the most important thing ever. One thing I missed that would be really cool to have is, you really should have a socket on your helm because you can easily get like 12 or 13% life in there, and that's just really nice. And I didn't get that. I should work on that. But yeah, that's what I went for in stats. So it's resists over dexterity over vitality, I guess. although you really have to balance between them all, so it's not that simple. And then life per hit and attack speed. I'm looking around to see if there's really anything else. I'll throw on hard target real fast. So now I'm up to 68% in armor. Yeah, and armor as well. That's the last thing. I really don't want to use Keen Eye from Deadly Reach, but it seems like there's no other way to get above, like, I don't know, get to a good amount of armor. I mean, I suffer because I don't have a shield. I might change that, though, because if I have a shield, I can also get, like, another, 100 resistances from that if I get good stats on it, so I need a better weapon, though. Alright, well, that's my gear. I hope that helps. You know what to look for in the auction house or whatever. Oh, and one last thing. You can find a lot of this stuff. You really don't have to spend over $1 million for most of these items. A couple of things I really did spend $1 million plus, and I probably would never find it for cheaper, like this amulet here. Crazy. But honestly, you can find a lot of this stuff. You can find something with dexterity, vitality, all resistance, and your chosen resistance for probably under 500,000. And if you're just looking for dexterity, vitality, and 1 resistance, you can definitely get it for like 100 to 200,000. Yeah, you might have to camp the auction house for a while. Don't just sit there, though, for like hours. That's not necessary. Look at it every time in between games when you go. Just like search up your stuff real fast, and you'll find some good deals. All right, guys. Good luck.